Hello everyone, my name is Jericho7 and welcome to Madden 27 Mutt Chance Season 1 Episode 1. I've been really excited to do this. Obviously it's a new Madden and I'm able to play it right now. It is August 10th. So we have 6 packs to open up, which we are going to get started with that. We are going to do the pre-game access welcome pack just to see what we get. Man, I don't even remember the last time I've done a Mutt Chance video. You guys should all know Mutt Chance, so I don't really have to explain. But if any of you guys are new, pretty much Mutt Chance, it's like we very much play games every episode. If we lose that game, I have to discard or put on the auction my highest overall card. We are getting some pretty cool cards here. It looks like mainly we're getting that defense. Let's do the Season 1 welcome pack really quickly. We do have the music off, so it does seem a little bit quiet, but let's see. An 80 overall fantasy pack. If we can get a quarterback, that'll be fine. But Tyler Linderbaum would actually help. I do like these, Tremaine Edmonds, which I have not seen a card of Tremaine Edmonds in a long time. Jalen Thompson. I haven't even seen a Tyler Linderbaum card. Is there a single quarterback? Calais Campbell and Michael Pittman Jr. I think we gotta go Tyler Linderbaum just to get that center spot. This video is gonna be difficult because, like I said, we are starting to build our new team, so what are we going to get in this pack? I have no idea. Give me a quarterback. Okay, that just doesn't help us at all. Give me a quarterback. We need a quarterback. At least a 70 overall quarterback. We get 3 packs here. Oh, that's right. We get a Caleb Williams. That's right. We do get a Caleb Williams card because he is the cover. So, great. We have our quarterback now. That is a cool card. 80 overall Season 1 player. Let's see. Who do we get? Cam Chancellor. Oh, okay. That's going to be a great strong safety. Then we have an 80 overall NFL team fantasy pack. Okay, let's see. It looks like throughout the 32 teams, this is going to be a big decision because I've just seen some crazy names. George Pickens, Sauce Gardner, Nick Bolton, Derwin James, Trey McBride, Vita Vea, Jared Verse, Jaquan McMillan, Dorian Williams, Joe Burrow, which we're probably not going to pick Joe Burrow, Stevenson, definitely not going to pick CJ Stroud, Justin Jefferson, Cedric Gray, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tyler Shuck, Jaden Daniels, Kyle Hamilton, Cameron Kitchens, Brock Bowers, Christian Gonzalez, Tedderell McMillan, Tucker Kraft, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Jaron Jones, Cam Skattebo, Christian McCaffrey, Drake London, Cooper DeJean, and Devon Achane. I think we gotta go Cam Skattebo. I was gonna either go between Cam Skattebo, Jared Verse, or George Pickens. Caleb Williams. We do need a wide receiver 1 anyways. So let's go George Pickens. How about that? Let's go George Pickens. Like I said, we do need a receiver. Now let's check out this new lineup, right? We have a terrible team right now, but if we generate our best lineup, I mean, on the offense, it really only adds Tyler Linderbaum, George Pickens, and Caleb Williams. And then on the defensive side, it gives us Luke Kuechly, Cam Chancellor, and then Dylan Thielman, and that's it. So 3 players on defense, 3 players on offense. Plus, we do have a new kicker. It's going to be a while until we really start upgrading this team. Like, it's going to be a long time until we... Now, we could go do, challenges, which I actually might do off camera, just so we can get some coins and stuff like that. But we have 4,600, like, Madden points or whatever. Now... let's get this one. It's 282 overall, and it's only worth 400 points. So, I mean, it's not, that bad. And there's 2 rounds, right? We have to pick one player, Harold Landry or Tate Ratledge. I gotta go with that offensive line. I'm sorry. I have to go with that offensive line. Patrick Queen or Calvin Ridley, an 82 overall. I feel like... let's get Patrick Queen. I feel like those 2 picks are pretty good. And then let's buy this one. It's only 500. We get a lot of cards here. We really just need to make this team good. We have an 82 overall pregame access pack. Evan Ingram. That's going to be a great tight end that we are going to need. So we have our tight end. There's 2 82 overall packs. Who do we get? Another Evan Ingram. Maybe we can put that card on the auction or just discard it for some coins or whatever. Maybe. Let's see. Brandon Jones, free safety. Okay, that could help us out. We have a couple 80 overall packs. We got an 80 overall corner. Okay, that will help us too. A right guard. That's going to help us out too. So, I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. Alan McNeil, that's going to help out the D-tackle room. Like I said, I'm buying this just so we can build this team for this video. TJ Edwards. Okay. This defense is going to be insane. We got a long snapper. Wow, I was not expecting a long snapper, but okay. It helps. Okay, yep, our defense is going to be elite. Our defense is going to be elite. Our offense, though, is not going to look good. Yeah, our defense is looking good. But on the other hand, our offense is just... oh my god, yep. We are building a super team on defense. It's not even funny. Okay, another... it's only training. We can't really... is that the last card? I think that's the last card of all of them. Yeah. Damn. That was actually pretty cool. We are also going to buy this one. It's only $150. It gives us 12 cards, but... they're just, this will help us. Mekhi Becton. Josh Jones will help us. Kyler Murray can be a backup. Maybe even... well, no, because we have Caleb Williams. Logan Lee. Okay. Free safety. Reed Blankenship. Ty Robinson. Quentin Nelson. Oh, not Quentin Nelson. Whoa. What is his name? I don't know his name. Okay. It looked like Quentin Nelson for a second. That's weird. I mean, hey, that actually really helped our offensive line there. Yeah, I think Caleb Williams will be our starting quarterback. And then Kyler Murray can be our backup. We only have really one wide receiver, which is George Pickens. Our offensive line is pretty much set. Our defense is set. Every position has a better card than what the original team had. I mean, we have Brandon Jones, Isaiah McDuffie, Luke Kuechly, Patrick Queen, Henry, Dylan Thyman, Owozi, Ty Robinson, McNeil, Logan Lee, Nick Bosa, Cam Chancellor. You know, the special teams actually looks a lot better. And there is no wide receiver. I don't even think there's anything on the auction right now. Is there? I wouldn't. Okay, there is. But we need to look for a new receiver, right? Let's go Tinsley. Yeah, let's go Mitchell Tinsley. Which is very weird. I normally never go for like any of these, but obviously we don't have that many coins right now. If we had coins, I probably would have went Ty Felton or, you know, Isaiah Bond or Jalen Virgil or KJ Osborne or Ty Johnson or Tez Johnson, or maybe like a Pat Bryant. But we have already bought our first card off the auction, which we have George Pickens and Michael Tinsley. We don't have that running back yet. I need that running back. I might buy one more pack. I mean, I need a running back. That's the problem. A corner. A wide receiver, we get Jalen Virgil. Okay, sweet. And I guess we get Xavier Scott. Okay, well, we pretty much fixed our problem. We needed a new receiver 3, and we got that with Jalen Virgil. Well, we are going to have to move him. There we go. So we have Caleb Williams thrown into Mitchell Tinsley, George Pickens, and Jalen Virgil, and possibly giving the ball to Xavier Scott and Evan Ingram. This is a great team right here. Defense, on the other hand, is way better than I thought. Obviously, our right edge rusher, Ty Robinson, is going to have to go up. Logan Lee is going to have to go up. He's going to have to go up. That's really it. Let's get this game started. I mean, we normally do solo season in the league. And this is our first game of Madden 27 Mutt Chance. With this new team, right? Oh, that was my fault.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard
Okay, game looks pretty good. Caleb Williams throwing to George Pickens, Jalen Virgil. And I'm using the time-based catching, and we're going to get We're going to score a touchdown with George Pickens for the first of the game and the first of the series. George Pickens.
George Pickens, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I'm honestly surprised he got out of that. Even with time-based catching, that was yellow, which is insane. Now, that is actually going to make the series a lot harder with the time-based catching. So I'm actually super excited to see how that's going to play an effect of this series and the other seasons.
One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
There we go. We scored the first touchdown. Now, what can our defense do? Oh my god. Cam Chancellor with a fumble recovery. I'm getting flashbacks to Steve Atwater on Madden 26 my chance. He was probably one of our best like specialist players. You know, he would always get tackles on kickoffs or whatnot. You know what? Let's run the ball with Xavier Scott. How about that? Xavier Scott.
Now Scott.
Oh, he's going. That's a touchdown. Xavier Scott scores a touchdown. And that's the second touchdown of the game.
Xavier Scott taking it in from the 20. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on.
He broke out of 2 tackles, I believe, right? 1, 2. Yeah, 2 tackles. That's already 2 touchdowns. George Pickens and Xavier Scott. Let's get that extra point, make it 14-0. I like this team. I mean, it's still new. You know, so we still got time to like have like chemistry with this team.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now we are actually playing on defense, finally.
Richardson off the play fake.
Damn.
That one too wide and incomplete.
Okay. 2nd and 10.
Third quarter in upstate New York.
Let's play as Luke Kuechly, who just made it into the Hall of Fame.
Richardson looking to throw. Hit as he throws.
Hey, our defense can cause some pressure. I will say that with Luke Kuechly, Nick Bosa, McNeil, Lee, Patrick Queen, we can all have pressure. Oh, how did I miss that? I don't know how I missed that with Luke Kuechly. Alan McNeil gets a sack. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to see their team. So they have Anthony Richardson. I always do this in every Mutt Chance video. See who we're going against. And I forgot to do it. So we are going against Anthony Richardson, Chuba Hubbard, Mo Alley Cox. Oh, I guess we can mainly go to depth chart. So, they got Anthony Richardson, Chuba Hubbard, Emmanuel Wilson as fullback. Wide receivers are Jaden Reed, Cedric Tillman, and Philip Dorsett. Mo Alley Cox, and then Fred Johnson. Okay, their offensive line is okay. That's why we cause a lot of pressure. Their defense, though, they have Kyle Van Noy, Isaac, Josh. Okay, they have a... It's still a new game, so obviously, you know, these teams are going to be a little bit eh.
Now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so
I could have had a sack with Luke Kuechly, but I just failed that completely. Evan Ingram just doesn't really get anything.
It's that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line.
Let's put Tinsley on a slant.
On play action, here's Williams. That's complete. It's
Surprised he held on. Very, very surprised he held on. Let's go inside zone with Scott again.
They'll run with Scott. And some space here.
No way. Xavier Scott gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
For a Bills touchdown. Xavier Scott with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Damn. Xavier Scott is really showing up for this team.
And it is now 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
That is really what we needed.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
Here we go.
The 26-yard line just across the 25.
We got to get a sack with Luke Kuechly, right?
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Richardson hit it.
And we get a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side is...
I thought we were going to still be able to run that. Alan McNeil gets, what? Is that his 2nd sack or half a sack? I don't actually know. Alan McNeil is probably one of the best players on this defense right now. I mean, we can go Evan Ingram, Jalen Virgil, Mitchell Tinsley. Who are we going? I guess we're going to go Virgil. No, I got to go George Pickens. Ooh, that was a bad time-based catching right there. That was just very bad. You know what? Let's put George Pickens on a slant. Oh my god, George Pickens gets to the 2-yard line. Why do I kind of want to QB sneak this in?
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing
there is a tush push, and they do have a meter.
Third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
Okay, we get to the 1-yard line. We are going to try the tush push.
Halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
We are going to try the tush push touchdown.
They're going to try it again.
And we get in the end zone. Caleb Williams, tush push touchdown.
Caleb Williams scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That is what we're talking about. 28-0. With 45 seconds left still of the 3rd quarter.
To extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
Okay. Damn, that's a big hit.
Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
I want to get Luke Kuechly a sack here.
To begin the drive.
Or at least a couple tackles.
Disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not
Damn.
a single point, and on the
That was like
the points keep piling.
not that hard of a tackle, but okay.
Has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Was that Luke Kuechly?
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Luke Kuechly gets a sack.
That's Luke
Hey, that's what we wanted, right? That's what we wanted. 3rd and 17. About to go to 4th quarter.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Patrick Queen with a massive sack as well. That's what we needed. 28-0 for the first game of the series, which is insane.
Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Okay, we need to change our kickoff and punt returns because Evan Ingram should not be our punt returner. I feel like maybe George Pickens should be.
Are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
And speaking of George Pickens, we haven't really thrown him that much this game. We've only really thrown him twice.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Pickens is there on the cross.
Pickens scores his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just
George Pickens.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
I think this team that I've built is amazing. I thought this team was going to be mid just because of all the different overalls, but this team is good.
They got their way. They try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Like, that's insane. Let's get that extra point.
For the extra point.
Make it 35-0.
As he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
And I think that was yellow time-based catching, which was insane. George Pickens is really stepping up here. We need to throw to someone else here, too.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Cowboys off.
Question is, who's going to get the first interception, and who's going to get the first fumble recovery touchdown? And who will get the first pick 6 of Madden 27 Mutt Chance? That's a great question. And when will it happen? Which episode do you guys think that those 3 things will happen? They can happen in different episodes, but I want to know, what do you think, which episode is, each one of those, jeez, I can't speak. Which episode do you think a fumble recovery touchdown will happen? When do you think a pick 6 will happen? And when do you think the first interception that we get will happen? I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. We don't have the best corners right now. Yeah, we don't really have the best corners. And the safeties can use a little bit more help. Come on, Luke Kuechly. They still got the fumble, which is insane. I don't know what the hell Luke Kuechly was doing, but he was definitely not getting close to that quarterback that we need him to be. Patrick Queen. Oh, we might get that fumble recovery touchdown. Patrick Queen gets the fumble recovery touchdown. I was not expecting to get a fumble recovery touchdown in the first episode of Madden 27 Mutt Chance, but wow. Patrick Queen. One of the weirdest plays I've seen. It took him a little bit to just to get the ball in his hands. There's 23 seconds left. I don't think we're going to get an interception. 42-0.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone.
Here we go.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
With 19 seconds left.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay,
there we go. Actually, that was a great tackle.
You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He won't be able to snap the ball in time. That's game. That is game.
You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again.
We always like to view our stats. So, Caleb Williams had 2 touchdowns. Xavier Scott had 2 touchdowns. Caleb Williams had a rushing touchdown. George Pickens had both of those touchdowns. Defensively, Luke Kuechly had a sack. Patrick Queen had a sack. And a fumble recovery touchdown, which was just insane. For 44 yards. Damn, 42-0. Yeah, that was a great game. That was a really great game. We do get a Hail Mary pack, a couple, and then a Ball Hawk pack. And actually 2 more Hail Mary packs. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, we have enough coins, I think, to buy a new receiver. I think so. I like Xavier Scott. So, what other receiver could we bring to this team? Maybe to replace Tinsley? Xavier Weaver? Maybe? And we have a little over 1,400. We can get Ty Felton. We can get John Mechie, Jalen McMillan. Little Jordan Humphrey. Elijah Moore. Pat Bryant. Tez Johnson. You know what? Let's get little Jordan Humphrey. Alright. Yeah, let's get little Jordan Humphrey and add him to this team. And then, you know what, we'll get a running back 2 to kind of team up with Xavier Scott. Let's get Frank Gore Jr. Wait, can't get him. Because, unless we bid, is there any bids? I don't think there's a single, yeah, there's no bid. We could just put a 259 coin bid and just have to wait, 14 minutes or whatever to get Frank Gore Jr. But damn. Next episode we will open the 4 packs and then do the next game and everything. Which this team should be even better by next episode. Our highest player is Luke Kuechly right now at an 86 overall. I feel like having a teammate for Xavier Scott would be very fun. And then Lil Jordan Humphrey, wide receiver 2. Mitchell Tinsley at wide receiver 3. And then we'll put Jalen Virgil at wide receiver 4. For sure. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, also like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.